finding that which unites us with solutions. That's which we are all proud to stand up for. We will work for a future where our kids can look back and hold the Canadian flag high, proud, honored to stand for the same values our parents and grandparents have instilled in us. The values that teach us right from wrong. The values that the Prime Minister of Canada state do not exist and refuse to follow as he breaks the law. Leaders lead by example. This man and his team has put forth the worst example of leadership I've ever seen in my life. I've watched leaders come and go from all parties, and the one consistent thing with all of them is that they led us here today. They crossed the floor to continue their lives. At no time did someone in our leadership tell us the truth that this is not the Canada we thought it was. The freedoms and liberty we held have been violated, not by a foreign group, but rather our government, our elected officials. You stand here today leaderless, disenfranchised, criticized, and slandered. Despite the hatred spewed at you, you came here to stand with your brothers and your sisters, to listen and be heard, to share your ideas. You came here today to have a place in history where our grandkids can see, feel, and understand the sacrifices people have made for our Canadian values. You've come to show the world that no government, no media, no army, no religion, no police can take what we hold inside of us. All that they can try to do is beat it out of us, just as you see being done to the French. Canada has a democratic history that goes back 800 years to the signing of the Magna Carta. Magna Carta helped enshrine our natural rights and freedoms, while limiting the government's ability to impose its power on the people. Many families in Canada go back over 6 generations, and the Indigenous history far longer. This family history, bravery, their sacrifices are worth nothing to this government. They continue to erode and steal what little is left. Our statues have been replaced by Prime Ministers like the Trudeau family, while slandering the types of leaders that created Canada, the same leaders that made this country worth living in. I live in Scarborough. It's 60% of the population of Toronto, and the majority of the landmass. It took me over an hour and a half to get here by public transit.
Indeed.
For the last 25 years, this city has argued about connecting the east side to the main lines because it's too broke to handle its own infrastructure. They found taxes for CN Tower lights and beachfront property. It's a city ready to build homeless shelters, but no way to get to work. Why would a business invest in an infrastructure of government that destroys the very infrastructure it says it represents and declares it progress? We have homelessness equal to Mexico in ratio of population. Where are the immigrants, migrants, and refugees going to live? Homeless shelters in the streets. It's already happening. I see it in my neighborhood. We have a shortage of homes and rentable space, but now a plan to add a city's worth of people every year. This is government forcing the need for themselves. Soon we will add taxes to deal with the homeless. This is an endless cycle that must end. They want an industry operated through government-mandated poverty. It is a push for communism, a push to rely on the dictating of our lives. There's a reason our children are being indoctrinated towards communism. It keeps us divided, controllable, as they install a fascist new system over top our sovereign laws that were there to protect us. We should all know that history repeats itself. We're at the precipice once again. I mentioned the Magna Carta. This document allows the people to rise up, demand and enforce the rights of the people against the corrupt, tyrannical government. There's a reason they are not teaching us about our history. They fear it. Where Canada could not be more broke financially, all we have left are our morals, our values, and our backbone. Now they want that too. As they tighten the noose around your neck, they tax you for breathing, try to silence your gasps. They will take everything you hold dear, one law, one rule, one pact at a time. But we're here today to say no more. I believe we came out here with a purpose. We came here to improve the lives of the people, not elitists, for the children of tomorrow, not the corporations of today, for the honor of the ones that came before us and the honor of the ones still to come. We want to know that we did everything we could, not let it pass us by, hoping someone else would fix it for us. We stand on land soaked in the blood of the fallen. Wars with Indigenous, wars with America, wars with Britain, wars with Germany and Japan. People of all backgrounds, cultures, religions, and races lost people they loved on these lands. We would dishonor them all if we let our sovereignty, our rights be taken from us. We are the kin of those that gave everything for our freedom. The spirit of our grandparents stand with us today, and to all those that protect and defend our Canadian values. Despite our government stating we have no history, we're making it right now.
Yeah!
We're drawing a line in the sand. We have one of the greatest histories in the world, and that shows by the thousands that come to live with us, to share our Canadian value. To Mr. Trudeau and your ilk, to those that do not care for our history, I suggest you find another country to abuse and live in. Lead this country for the people that love it and would die for what we believe in.
Yeah!
I think the people of Canada love this country more than Trudeau ever did. We're not left or right. We're Canadians!
Yeah!
Never surrender your fire.